Today, we're looking at the most shocking iconic roles that were rejected, from superheroes to billion-dollar franchises. Some actors regret it, and some don't. But every choice changed Hollywood forever. John Travolta passed on Forrest Gump to focus on Pulp Fiction. The role went to Tom Hanks, who won an Oscar for it. Leonardo DiCaprio turned down Spider-Man because he didn't feel ready for a superhero film. Tobey Maguire accepted and launched one of the most beloved trilogies. Matt Damon declined Avatar due to scheduling conflicts with the Bourne films. Sam Worthington took the role and became the face of Pandora. Matthew McConaughey was considered for Jack, but ultimately didn't get the role after preferring a different direction for his career. Leonardo DiCaprio was cast and became a global superstar. Claire Danes refused Rose because she didn't want another intense romance after Romeo plus Juliet. Kate Winslet accepted and earned an Oscar nomination. Tom Cruise was Marvel's first choice, but turned down Tony Stark due to script concerns. Robert Downey Jr. took the role and completely reshaped the MCU. Rachel McAdams passed on playing Pepper Potts due to scheduling and timing issues. Gwyneth Paltrow stepped in and became a central part of the MCU. Will Smith rejected The Matrix because he didn't understand the pitch. He later admitted he regretted turning down one of the greatest sci-fi roles ever. Al Pacino passed on Han Solo because he didn't understand the script and wasn't interested in sci-fi at the time. Harrison Ford accepted and turned the character into an icon. Liam Neeson declined the role of Abraham Lincoln after realizing he felt too old and not emotionally right for the character. Daniel Day-Lewis accepted and delivered an Oscar-winning performance. Heath Ledger turned down Batman because he didn't like the direction superhero movies were going at the time. Ironically, he later returned for The Dark Knight and delivered a legendary Joker performance. Jack Nicholson declined The Godfather, believing an Italian character should be played by an Italian actor. Al Pacino accepted the role and became legendary. Denzel Washington rejected Seven because he felt the script was too dark. Morgan Freeman accepted the role, creating one of his most iconic performances. Mel Gibson rejected the role of Odin due to lack of interest in joining a superhero franchise. Anthony Hopkins took the part and became one of the MCU's most respected characters. Charlize Theron declined Wonder Woman because she didn't like the script and felt the project wasn't strong. The role eventually went to Gal Gadot in the successful modern DC films. Emily Blunt was originally cast as Black Widow, but dropped out due to scheduling issues. Scarlett Johansson stepped in and became one of Marvel's core stars. Joaquin Phoenix passed on Doctor Strange because he wasn't comfortable with the long-term Marvel contracts. Benedict Cumberbatch took the cape and made the character iconic. Hugh Jackman rejected James Bond because he didn't want to be tied down to another long-running franchise while playing Wolverine. Daniel Craig stepped in and reinvented 007 for a new era. Marilyn Monroe declined Holly Golightly due to concerns about damaging her public image. Audrey Hepburn's performance became one of cinema's most iconic. Jim Carrey passed on Elf because of the long development time and shifted focus to other projects. Will Ferrell accepted and turned the film into a Christmas classic. Keanu Reeves turned down Yon-Rogg because he was busy filming John Wick 3. Jude Law accepted the role in Captain Marvel. Warren Beatty rejected Superman because he didn't want to be locked into a superhero identity. Christopher Reeve's portrayal became legendary. Jason Momoa declined Drax because he didn't want to be typecast as a muscular warrior again. Dave Bautista stepped in and made Drax a beloved comedic character. Jessica Chastain turned down Maya Hansen because of scheduling conflicts with other films. The role went to Rebecca Hall, though it was heavily rewritten. Matthew McConaughey turned down Ego because he preferred a different project, The Dark Tower. Kurt Russell took the role and fit perfectly as Star-Lord's father. Julia Roberts declined Annie Reed because she had just done several romantic films and wanted a break from the genre. Meg Ryan took the part, creating one of her most iconic rom-com roles. Tom Hanks passed on Jerry Maguire because he felt he was too old for the role. Tom Cruise took the part and delivered a career-defining performance. Paul Walker rejected Superman because he didn't want the pressure of such a massive, iconic role. Brandon Routh ended up wearing the cape in the 2006 reboot. Harrison Ford turned down Alan Grant simply because he didn't feel connected to the character. Sam Neill stepped in and led one of the biggest blockbusters ever made. Halle Berry turned down the role of Annie Porter because she didn't connect with the original script and felt it lacked depth. Sandra Bullock took the role, and it became her breakout performance. Oscar Isaac rejected the role of Freddie Mercury because he didn't want to play another musician after previous music-related roles. Rami Malek accepted and won an Academy Award. Brad Pitt rejected Neo because he didn't fully understand the concept and wasn't confident in the project. Keanu Reeves took the role and became a sci-fi legend. Michelle Pfeiffer turned down Clarice Starling because she felt the script was too dark and disturbing. Jodie Foster accepted the role and won an Oscar for it. Leonardo DiCaprio rejected the role in American Psycho due to concerns about the film's extreme tone and reputation. Christian Bale delivered one of the most iconic performances of his career. Matt Damon declined Daredevil because he wasn't confident in the script or director at the time. Ben Affleck took the part, though the film received mixed reviews. Emily Blunt turned down Peggy Carter due to scheduling conflicts and previous commitments. Haley Atwell took the role and became a fan favorite in the MCU. Joaquin Phoenix rejected the role of Hulk for similar reasons. He didn't want to commit to a multi-film deal. Mark Ruffalo joined the MCU and became the definitive Bruce Banner. Amanda Seyfried rejected Gamora because she didn't want to commit to heavy CGI makeup and wasn't sure the film would succeed. Zoe Saldana made Gamora one of the MCU's standout characters. Pierce Brosnan was approached for Batman but refused because he couldn't take the role seriously at the time. Michael Keaton took the role and proved critics wrong. Madonna was offered Catwoman but turned it down because she didn't like the script and direction. Michelle Pfeiffer accepted the role and delivered one of the most iconic Catwomen ever. Tom Hardy left the role because of scheduling issues with The Revenant. Joel Kinnaman stepped in as Rick Flag for the DCEU films. John Hamm rejected Green Lantern because he didn't like the script and wasn't interested in a superhero lead role. Ryan Reynolds eventually played the part, famously mocking it later. Hollywood could have looked totally different if these actors said yes. Which rejection shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into Hollywood history.